Now pick your leg up and in. You're all right, bub. You're all right. Can you make it?
I can make it.
Okay, he'll help you. Yeah, I got an old school jacket, man. Watch your head. Okay. My security alarm is, you see that wire hanging there? I hang a wire there. I run a trip wire, and something will go boom. If you come in, intruders. And I leave bait. There's the ice I use. There's a makeshift fan. I didn't clean up. I didn't think I was gonna bring you guys here. And here's what it is. Teapot, It's not the cleanest, but it is what it is.
It's a yucky spot.
No, this is actually dope.
Yeah?
Hell yeah.
Someone on the street?
Yeah, I put a chair in, I ran a router, I have a plug for my phones. I charge people's phones when they come in. It's what I do, man. Weapon specialist, technology, And this is what I do, man. I just sit here. I don't watch a lot of TV, I jam, Yeah. You step, grab, swing over, jump out, land, boom, you're gonna land on something.
Why'd you have to fucking bounce?
Sometimes in these streets, this is a 700 block, they don't like intruders, outsiders. So.
Why are you an outsider?
Well, because I don't sell dope. I don't do dope, And I just don't like to take shit, so I beat one of the buddies up. He's, yo, you don't belong around here, and I gave him the initiative why I should be here. You know how that goes.
So, where are you from?
Austin, Texas.
Austin, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
What part of town?
East side. 12 and Chacon. Metropolis. Yeah, 02. Yeah. I had been gone so long that I grown. So a lot of them didn't know me. So, and with my attitude, I think they perceive it as arrogance, but it's not. It's just
respect,
confidence.
Confidence and respect.
Yeah, when you get shot at after a while and have to take life, you learn that it's primitive. It's life is fickle, man. It's fleeting. So when you know that you can instantly be gone, you don't fear something as small as opposed to a physical threat like that. You pretty much engage it because it's all about the fastest one wins. First one gets the lick.
Exactly.
No matter how much training you have,
if
the first one.
Show weakness, we pick up with going in on that shit.
Right. Being in warfare is the highest point of terror. It's the highest thing. We have things in the world that scare us, but warfare is terror, pure terror.
Did you ever get any action?
Yes, sir. I was in Operation Desert Shield. I was in Mediterranean. I was in Gaza Strip. I was in Kandahar Province, Afghanistan. I was in Sadr City and Fallujah. That's why this tattoo's here. 0311, I'm a grunt. And grunts are taught to purge, move forward, not sideways, not back, forward, through any obstacle, or either that obstacle stops you. But keep going. Go, purge it, make a hole. Then I moved up from being a grunt to reconnaissance Marines. I scored high in my training and my shooting. Yeah.
So what happened when you got out of the military?
I had to come back to the ghetto, and I wasn't ready for the world.
You came back to 02?
Yeah. I seen all the drugs, and I wasn't ready. So I was like, damn. And the VA wasn't taking care of the business, so I started selling dope. I started fighting. And then after a while, the dope, selling it wasn't just for me. Because I had a temper, I was big, I was fast, and I didn't give a shit. I had attitude that was pit bull, man. And I'm a Marine, man, I'm a grunt. I say all hail Marines. And I was big and fast, I could fight. So one of the dope dealers offered me an idea, a proposition. He said, see that dude over there? Dude owes me some money, man, but he got some nice hands on him. He said, you think you got him? I said, yeah, I got him. I said, how much you gonna pay me? He said, I'll give you 300. I said, make it 5. He said, all right. When you gonna do it? I said, right now. Got out of the car. I walked. I said, you owe him some money? I said, you gonna pay that right now? I ain't. And pop. It's over.
He said, I ain't paying shit.
Right then, I smoked him.
Did the guy get his money?
I took it out of his pocket.
Okay.
Yeah. He was out. The first lick wins the fight.
Did that become something that you started doing, like?
Well, collecting for that one dope dealer, and then later along the line, a lot of the dope dealers got together and started making these things, these bouts for purses, and we're out in the country. And neighborhoods, you know. Yeah. It was a way for me to relieve stress, bend a little bit, you know.
You said that they would have a get together, like fight.
Yeah, bouts, yeah. Meetings.
All the people that they use for like enforcers or whatever.
Yeah. Who's the best enforcer?
Like, so people from the north side, east side, south side.
Yes, sir. Who was good at what they do?
And
How'd you do?
I did good. I was all right.
what? How'd you learn how to use your hands? Like,
Well, I was in the Marine Corps for 7.5 years, and so we always were in Israel, Tel Aviv, Israel, Jalalabad, Pakistan. So we were doing a lot of cross training with Israeli Mossad. Well, being that it's May, Israeli Mossad created a fighting defense called Krav Maga. So I started practicing, being a practitioner of Krav Maga, which is a progressive, brutal fighting defense for close quarters. Yes, sir.
like Steven Seagal.
Well, that's Aikido. Krav Maga is more brutal. It's all feints and reactions. Hammer fist to the nose, the shin, gouge the eyes, you know, front kicks, break a knee, you know, choke them out.
Spinning back fist.
Yes, all that. All that. Yes, sir. Yeah.
You combine that with your marine skills.
Yes, ma'am. With
Became kind of a machine.
yes, ma'am. With Marines, they take us to do wilderness survival training, knife survivalism, and you become a practitioner of the blade. So I was fond of the blade, you know, and so with my training, I started, you know, Marines consider themselves warriors. So we live by code, sort of like the Bushido code, you know, the blade, warriorism, combatants. So a lot of us profess with rifles, M4s, a lot of us hand-to-hand combat, but a lot of us with blades, the K-bar, you know. And then later on the line, we have blades. We become, in other words, in wilderness training, they tell you that in order to wield a blade, steel is cold. You respect steel or it'll cut you. And once you realize that it'll cut you, you make an extension of your body. And then you steel. Like the Israelis said, "Ina petura, huspa petut." That means the slow blade penetrates the shield. Slow reaction.
So you got out of the military, came back, started doing your thing, and you did some time?
Yeah, I got a time for assault and drug trafficking and other trafficking, weapons, stuff like that. And I stayed locked up. My number was 724463. I stayed locked up from 1995 all the way to 2012. And prison was bad. 12. Yes, ma'am. And I thrive in being a Marine, being a grunt. We're so far away from home. It's rugged how to survive in the desert. So any environment that's bad, like this, prison, that's where I thrive.
Did you fight in prison?
Amen. Amen. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yep.
Was that like your job? Being an enforcer there too?
Yes, ma'am. That's a gang member. I got in the gang and became a captain. And yeah, that's what I did. And then after a while, you know, the thing that's temporarily messed up is that service members, they become adapted to what they do. Some of us become addicted to it. It becomes a liking. You know, how can I explain? Ernest Hemingway had a hymn that he wrote. Once you've hunted armed men and liked it, there's nothing else in the world you'd rather be doing. So Anything physical, anything this way, like you said, the belly of the beast, I thrive.
What unit was your ID unit?
Beto, Robinson, Terrell, McConnell, Connolly, Ferguson, Clemens and Bazora, Vernon Hill, and just so forth. All red, high security.
All the bad ones?
All the level 5s, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Close custody, level 5s.
Were you in Robinson in the 90s?
Yes, sir. 97, 98.
When that raid
Yep.
happened?
Inside of an Aztec 12 building. Yeah. A guy named Ski did that.
It was a bunch of them, the gang rape there. And that,
Well, he brought her to the room and then they all jumped her.
Didn't they have to shut that thing, the whole prison down for like 24 or 48 hours?
Yeah, they fired a bunch of officers,
Then they came in and just fucking
tore everything up.
they had to kill all the dudes that were raping her, right?
Yeah, they did kill him.
Yeah.
They did. And they said they committed suicide.
Officers that they were raping.
Yeah, and the officers killed him. But they said they found him hung, suicide and all that.
And that was after the safe prisons, right?
Yep. Well, George Bush enacted it in 2011, see, but it was already pre-thought of and pre-formed and talked about in the 90s. But that gave it some push to be passed. That right there.
So, obviously you had I'm sure you've had anger issues, am I right?
Somewhat. Things that anger me, it's like here in Austin. The homeless are human people, but you have some bad homeless that are too aggressive or take things for granted and they ask too much for the wrong reasons. It's not your job to buy a beer. It's not your job to buy a cigarette, but ask me if I'm hungry. So when you got a guy like me, this is basically all I have to wear, and I come up and say, hey, can I do this? You got any open jobs for me to do for work? I never come up and say, hey, can I get $1? No, I say, hey man, you got some work for me? And normally, there's guys that have trucks with shit in it in the back, you know, with equipment, or like the construction side over there. That's how I like to get it. I don't like to ask for handouts, you know. I think that's just a pride. Now, if you're a buddy of mine, I say, hey man, let me get something to eat, drink. That's what I do. That's where I'm at with that, you know. But me just, I don't like it. Like for instance, another thing with Austin, I'd be walking down the street. Hey, how you doing today? Good morning. And they keep walking. Like last night, somebody I said, man, you know what? That's fucking rude, man.
Tell me again.
I walked by. I was going to the store and I seen him and his girl and his buddy, and my buddies were over there. I said, hi, how you guys doing? You all right? You having a good time? And just kept walking. Good evening. And they just kept walking. I said, man, that's fucking rude, man. And he turned around, what you say? I said, you a piece of shit. And he stepped out. I said, man, that's what I'm talking about. You know, and my buddy grabbed me, hey, you can't be doing that. I want to thrash him. I mean, because, come on, man, we got upbringing. I don't give a damn what your situation is. If somebody speaks to you, courtesy, man. Well, that's basically how I'm like that. You know,
I wouldn't have done it if I wasn't so angry, though. You caught me at the wrong time.
You know what's crazy about me? I'm homeless in here, but I'm over there, and the people bring water, and then the guy walks and says, hey, man, can I get $1 too? And I give him $5. Just, you know, what I do.
So, I'm interested about the bare knuckle fighting world of those, you know, like,
not good. It's not good.
Wendley Silva.
I can't say too much.
You know who he is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, of course, we all know Kimbo Slice.
Yes, sir.
And then who's the other UFC dude?
Tito Ortiz.
He used to hang out with Kimbo.
Yeah, George St. Paris.
George.
Oh yeah, George. Magsby. Yeah, he's got a weird name.
Yeah. But so those were some. I mean,
these fights, the fights are pretty progressive. Guys your size. Look, there's no rules. Basically no weapons.
I'm done.
Yeah, there's no weapons. So.
Do you do it for fun or for glory or for money?
I do it a test of my will. It helps me persevere. I do it as an addiction. I do it. The Marine Corps is a fucked up place because it's a great place to serve for the country. but the ideals and the requiem and and the way we're like when you go into the Corps, they tell you, you know, welcome Camp Pendleton. Here, you'll be reborn. We'll break your mind and your body, and then we'll rebuild you and give you a world-class trade. And that's what they do. So your mindset when you go in there, as opposed to when you come out, is totally different. They call it a scrubbing. They wipe you. And
Are you comfortable saying why you left the Marine Corps?
no, I got an honorable discharge. But
Have you seen Bone? Have you seen that movie Bone?
no,
With Michael J. White?
yeah,
Dude, you gotta watch.
I might have to go on Tubi and see if it's on there.
He's a fucking. Me and you watched it, where he's just beast up. Do you know who Bob Sapp is?
Yeah.
He's in the movie, and he's like 4 times bigger than Michael J. White. Like, hit him one time out, and he just beats the shit out of everybody. He even cooks the movie.
Yeah.
But I mean, was there a time where you ever got just the shit beat out of you? Like,
Absolutely.
just in a one-on-one where the dude just beat the
Absolutely.
dog shit out
You
of you.
can't learn to fight unless you can take a loss. You cannot. You cannot understand the magnitude and dynamics of pain unless you get it brought to you. Because in order to be a good fighter, pure shooter, you have to understand what you're doing. You can't just say, hey, I do this. You got to actually embrace it. You got to be hit to know what it feels like, or not to fear it. You have to shoot in order to not fear taking life.
So somebody lost money on you.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I had to work it off.
Because I wasn't talking about no like schoolyard fight.
No.
I was like
No.
a real fight.
Me and him we fought for 5 minutes.
That's a brawl. Yeah.
Yeah. My knuckles.
But you learned.
Yes, I learned to understand the pain.
I've had one or two. One that lasted 5 minutes.
You know,
And we were so tired, dude.
yeah.
He didn't want to keep getting. He quit.
That's why I don't drink. I eat that food over there and I work out.
I'm glad he quit too because I wanted, but I wasn't gonna show it. But, and he was like, "Man, I'm done."
Brother, I'm 49 years old. I'll be 50 in December. And man, you know, it's like I get it from in my units, in the recon units. Our lieutenants used to tell us,
recon?
yes, sir.
That's special forces. Yeah. So you weren't no grunt.
Before I was a grunt, I moved up. Yeah, I scored high.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I was gonna say, not all grunts are badass.
No.
That's
No.
what I'm saying. People are like, oh, he's in the army.
You have
I'm
to-
like, who gives a fuck?
you have to score high in your skill
I
set.
mean, he's tough because he's in the army, but when you're in the special forces, that's different.
I'm forced recon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
under MARSOC.
Well, that's how I learned how to fight, was getting my ass beat. You these poor girls.
Yes,
these
ma'am.
Poor girls jumped me every day after school till I finally figured it out.
And that's a good thing right there. You know, it's like you guys were asking, how do you know, like about the fighting? Well, I mean, did you have to get beat? It's in recon forces. We're taught that it's like when the Black Hawks lay down, and you drop, or you fast rope at 70 feet down. You see all this sand, but you can't see the ground. And they tell you, anybody have a God you pray here? They ask you. You tell them whatever your higher power is. He says, well, stop praying to him. You pray to the Overwatch. 50 meters out. Yeah.
You probably develop a bond, which is like,
The Overwatch is sniper details.
huh?
Overwatch is sniper details. They shoot 50 to 100 yards out.
Right, but that's like, I mean, your bond with that person is got to be like
Marine Corps.
with your life.
Marine Corps has the highest bond and brotherhood.
That for some reason, when you said that, you know, pray to your Overwatch, which is the person watching your ass,
Yeah, the sniper details.
it made me think of a story of like, so you know how the quarterbacks are getting that sacked all the time, and they would give like the linemen like new Rolexes just to like, you know, watch out for them and shit. For some reason that made me think of that. But
You know, like on the unit I'm in the thumping third recon force. And what we do is breach entry, interrogation, search and seizure. We snatch people. So, kick doors. All infrastructure, huts, anything. Class down doors, thermal detonation switches, synthetic strips, bang doors. I'm a right flanker, got a left flanker. The guy that goes right down the nose and set up a suppression wall, and you have a sleeper. The guy that rides that point guy, he rides his hip. And when he sets up a wall, bang, 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 there's a sleeper right behind him. When they raise their head up, when they lower their head to keep them suppressed down, the sleeper's job is, once the fire stops, he calls a spike. That means their heads popped up. Pow, pow. Easy.
Crazy.
I have a few questions to ask you. I mean, we could be kind of, I don't know, personal as far as like...
I don't ever get personal.
Do you ever dabble, like, at all? Like, a little weed here and there? Or
No.
nothing?
No, sir. I believe in the theory and belief. I don't poison the body.
Do you like it, or do you just not? I don't like this.
I used to like it. But what I believe in is absolute nirvana, peace. Because when you have so much aggression built up in you, that you go from 0 to 1 million, like myself, I need that. And I don't need anything to cloud my mind. You know, because you have to understand, being in recon forces, we go over there, downrange. It's dangerous.
If you had any advice to give anybody, what would it be?
I don't know. People deem those people as savages. We're the real boogeymen. We're the real savages. We deal vengeance for the United States of America, for the perseverance of our soul, whatever it means, at any cost, at every odd. Our job is to neutralize, entertain, and exterminate with extreme prejudice for a greater good, American way. And that's what we do. There's no rules. We don't have any rules. So we're the real boogeymen. We're the real guys that go bumping tonight.
Yeah. Well, maybe, what do you think, like a follow-up oath? Where do you want...
We do have an oath.
Where do you hope Cory is? What do you want Cory to be in 3 to 5 years?
Maybe.
What would your ideal nirvana be?
Well, to teach women and other men how to defend themselves against whatever it may be. The world's a big place, but it's a harmful, vile place. It's a machine that just sucks life out of everything. Basically.
You got like a self-defense class.
Yeah, something. You got these bozos who teaches you with keys and all that. There's a better way, man. There's a better way.
You can do it.
You
I know.
actually could.
Just need to do it. I just need the money.
You'll do it.
I try. I practice every day. I practice, well, in the Marine Corps we have sabers. When I said the theory and belief, it's a blade, like Buddhist, like a Bushido. It's the worship of blade. And the hindsight of the blade, an extension. So I practice every day. I practice Krav Maga. I put the board up. I practice by the blade. Other than that, I have a combat machete, which I use as a blade. I have throwing daggers. I had this over in service when I was there. That's what I had in the service.
Yeah, that was like a whip your guts.
Yeah, it's called the Gladius.
Are you in contact with the veteran services people?
No, the VA sucks. They want you to take medication because.
Like on the list for housing at least.
No, ma'am. The only veterans.
You actually are.
I'm on the list with them.
Yes.
Yeah. But as far as contact, I do. But these guys are overseas contractors.
So now I know where you're at. I'm gonna have my meeting, and even if I'm not out, I'm gonna show my team to come bring you food and water.
I appreciate that. I take a lot of love off my chest.
We do it every day. Tomorrow we ain't working,
Okay.
but we work every Monday through Friday.
Tell them I'm cool, man. Normally I'm not here, but I'm here.
Well,
I'm glad I can help you guys out.
I'll drop it off, even if you're not
Just
here.
hang it on the stump.
Yeah.
The stump's like a door hang.
Oh, yeah.
Please.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Drop them below.
I